Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason Stockwell with RE/MAX Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge with RE/MAX Results.
Hope you're enjoying the show today with the experts we have on. And we're talking a lot about the real estate industry, the lending and mortgage industry and business, and what it takes to be in the business, and also not to deter you from entering the business, but some tips for you should you choose to enter either of the businesses or know someone that's in it. You have a family member, a friend, or someone you know that's in it, or getting into it or wanting to get into it. Some of the things if you want to succeed when you get into it, because Brandon said 87% failure rate in the real estate sales industry from when you enter. That's a NAR, National Association of Realtors statistic. But I would say, we talked a little bit on break about this, but I would say, one, find in this market, you have to find a team if you're brand new. If you are green and you don't have, if your last name isn't Burnett and you enter the real estate business, you should probably join a team because you're probably not going to have the recognition to get clients. And then read this book and other books. Become a sponge, just soaking in everything. And then, the old days when people used to take a job, like say, Brandon, let's say I'm entering real estate and I want to know what goes on. I take the classes, I get out of class. And nowadays people seem like, I'm out of class. I know what I'm doing. I remember when I started, 12 years ago, I rode with a guy and shadowed him. Didn't make any money at it for a couple months. Just kind of like, hey, I'll meet you here. I'll just kind of be a fly on the wall next to you. I'll be your business partner when we go to this meeting, or, so you're hearing and you're learning. I don't know if that's going on as much as it should be. That's one other thing I would really think people do. And I don't know if people are too proud or they feel like they know too much to do that. And then lending world, they got to do that too. Because
we actually do that in our office. A lot of
the
people will come in my office. They'll hop in the car with me, or I'll have them in the appointments. But I think to be successful, you have to do that, because I might be good at my job, but there's someone out there that does something better than me. And if I can learn a new task or, fine tune my skill set, I just think I'm bringing a lot more to my table for not only the clients that I work with, but everyone else that's in my office working with me.
Especially if you're brand new. And this could be entering any career, right? I mean, corporate world, they kind of have that, they have very systemized training usually. We do not, other than the real estate classes, which isn't really, I don't want to diss or that or say anything bad about that, but it's not that a lot of the actual training that you're going to need in the actual industry or in the actual practice. But I don't know anybody else that get that shadowing. Anybody ever push you to shadow or?
But that's why I would also agree with you with the team aspect of getting into real estate is getting with someone, whether you're in lending, but get in with a group that's actually going to take their time and
have them get closer to the mic.
Instead of being rogue on this on your own.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's the best thing to do is as a new agent, find the right brokerage, and then find the right team that you want to work with. And it might not be a long-term solution.
It could be 1 year, 2 year, 6 months sometimes.
I'd give it at least 2 years because if you're a halfway decent real estate agent, your team is paying for you for the first year. You should kind of pay your team back for the second year.
Good point.
But at least 2 years, and it's a great way to learn, great way to get leads, great way to get out there and go, and ask a group of people. And then if you have the right office where you can ask a lot of questions too, it's great. I think as an industry, I think we'd be very benefited if the state of Minnesota said, to be a real estate agent in the state of Minnesota cost you $15,000. Period. You have to pay $15,000 right now to get a real estate license, and it's a couple $1,000s a year to keep it up. And so either someone has to make a major investment to become that person, or they have to have a team that says, we so believe in you and we're so committed to your success that we'll pay the $15,000 for you. And then you come join our team, and then they don't care about, hey, we'll just get a couple friends and family under the door, and then we've made some money off this agent, and if they leave, so what? Now, we've got a huge investment in this person.
That's ownership on both ends.
And, look at a law degree. A law degree takes a lot of money to get a law degree.
Yeah, sometimes over $100,000 most of the time, right?
And a lot of times, big law firms will go after a lawyer that they really like, and they'll say, hey, over the next 7-8 years, we'll pay off your student loans.
Yep.
So they take a risk on that person, but they have a vested interest in making sure that they're going to be successful. I think if we did that, our industry would change overnight.
Absolutely.
Overnight, people would have a totally different relationship with their realtors. The realtors that are good would make more money, and there would not be this monstrous, like 90% of the underclass of real estate agents who are not real gifted, and they don't have a lot of experience. They don't have a lot of kind of mentoring at their back, and that I think would be a great thing for our industry.
Yeah, that's a steep one, but it also would weed out a lot of people that, like you said, I mean, you can be in the industry and sell 2 houses a year, but overall, and I agree with Brandon, your point a lot about right now getting in. It's a tough time. I mean, we are going, Dawn and I, and you are too, probably Brandon, going against on listing appointments. It's competitive, very large percentage of the time where you're competing with another agent because agents are going after listings when there's actually less listings to go after and more agents. So it's creating a very competitive situation on the listing side. And it's hard to win that when you're brand new unless you're backed by a team, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the association, they kind of struggle with this idea of raising that because it's a member organization. So they don't want to say, okay, this bottom half that statistically does not actually sell any real estate every year, please go away, because those people pay dues as well. So they kind of need that.
But the $15K would definitely offset a lot of that.
But unfortunately, but they can't justify that. Like, there's no reason to charge a fee that high. So
Because it's members voting against their own members, basically, or yourself, essentially. You
correct.
could be
And
voted,
they don't have anything to spend it on.
That would have to be a state thing.
a state.
Yeah. Yep. So, anybody got any cool stories from the last couple of weeks? Real estate stories or mortgage stories or anything that's positive or cool that happened, or negative, I guess. But
I had a pretty amazing weekend with my team. We did a team building event up in Duluth, Minnesota, which is actually my hometown where I grew up. So we all went up there for like a 2-night takeover and did some paintballing. And it was a quick reality check that I am not 21 years old anymore because I could barely move the next day. But it was a total blast.
awesome.
It was awesome.
That's what we had a seminar where Brandon, you were there, where he said that you do the team building exercises and you go out twice a year and do something cohesive to bond everybody together, right? Everybody.
I mean, it was amazing because we went up there and it was no significant others or spouses. It was just us, and the rule was no talk about any business.
Wow, that's
Period. Which is something that we never get to do. But the laughter and the feedback that everyone got, I mean, it was incredible of how much people enjoyed it because it kind of just gave everyone an opportunity to just kind of sit back and relax and be themselves and enjoy life a little more, in the stressful industry that we are all in. So.
And you probably got to know a lot more about them because you weren't just talking about business.
I did, and I think a lot of people shot me.
Yeah, exactly. People are shooting each other.
My boss really was hunted down, and I was one of the ones hunting him down. But yeah, it was a great event.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
If you ever want to play,
You got to leave it on the battlefield at the end of the day. So.
I don't know if I've never played that. Sounds like fun.
You got to do it.
I used to play semi-pro, actually.
Really?
Oh, really?
Oh, it was intense.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, Dawn and I had a fun night. We got to shoot a video with clients,
that was
testimonials for Zillow, where we're doing their testimonials intro and then talking about us. Instead of us getting up there and telling people how great we are, we let others do some of that.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anything else cool going on?
Well, Jason, I know I saw you on Sunday at Valley Fair.
Oh, yes. That was awesome.
Remax Results they shut down the park. And so it was all the agents and their families. So it was great to be able to bring my nieces and nephew out there. They had such a blast.
What a great event.
Yeah, and then we were running into people we work with. So Jason and his family were out there, and
Yep.
it was just really cool.
Chaos with the kids. Wow, they were hyped up. It was.
I
We were
bet.
tired. We were very tired. Katie and I were very tired. So, the book, M Cubed: Mindset, Methods, and Metrics: Winning as a Modern Real Estate Agent. You can get it at.
You can get it on Amazon. Otherwise, you can get it on our website, m3rebook.com.
And call us or check us out on Facebook if you have any questions. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge, Remax Results.
Thanks so much to everybody that joined today, and thanks for listening. Remember, love yourself and love others.